Hello YouTube, and here we have another review of again another very good mod and RDA. Now I'm going to do these together, like I'm not going to do a build on it or what have you. We're just going to go through the ins and outs and what have you. Now this is a Homeboy Rage, and this is a single battery version. Now this is actually made of metal, so it's a little bit more robust than the BF Squonk kit that I've also done a review on. If you haven't seen that review, please go back, give it a look, really appreciate it. And as you can see, this is very well built, very sturdy. I believe it's aluminium, it might be steel, I don't know. The back's held on with magnets, much the same as a BF Squonk, the Van de Vape version, but this is much more substantial, I feel. Now inside of this we've got a 2700 battery. I don't believe that you can put another one in. Maybe if you have an adapter you could maybe put an 18650 in, maybe not, so don't quote me on that. I've got a 2700, which is a battery I like to use in mods like this. Now it's got a silicone squonk bottle, which you can see squonks really nicely, and itself is built very, very well and very rugged. Now you see on this one we have a charging port at the bottom. I don't advise people to use charging ports on their mods. I always use an external battery charger. You might be able to see just in the corner there. And take your batteries out your mod and charge them. It's a much safer and more efficient way of doing it. Now to turn this on, 5 clicks on the fire button, and here you can see a lovely LCD screen. It tells you your battery, your wattage, voltage, ohms, all that cobblers. Whatever you need to know, it's on there. You see my build's at 0.018 ohms. Now this is a Cotney05 profile top. It's got on it a mesh coil and the Cotney05 cotton, which you do need for this, to be fair, because you have to pack it out quite packed for it to squonk well. Now this is quite a juicy squonk, to be fair. You have to over squonk it in my eyes, but that's not a bad thing. It produces beautiful flavour, and I mean, look at it, it is absolutely lovely. Design nicely carved into the side of it, or milled, whatever you want to call it. Let's have a quick look. When you press the fire button, you get this lovely light up thing at the bottom. I'm not sure what that is, if that's their logo or what. And the wattage and stuff is easily adjusted with the 2 buttons at the side. Now mine's set to 60 because that's what the mesh is rated for. So obviously you don't want to go higher than that, because then you're going to risk burning out your coil quicker than you need to. To turn it off again, 5 clicks. Yeah, let me do that right, this lipstick. And she turns off. Absolutely lovely. Feels real nice in your hand. When you want to put it back together, the magnets are nice and strong. You see how that snaps back together, and it's like really good feel in your hand. Plus you can get to the squonk and the fire button really easily. Not quite as easily as on the BF Squonk by Van de Vape, but still this is a better in my eyes with this top anyway. I personally bought this one second hand. I would buy one brand new. I don't know what the prices are of them brand new. You'd have to do some research online yourself, but I think it would be worth every single penny. But this is a regulated mod, and regulated means you don't have to know so much about Ohm's law, so it's basically less likely to blow up in your face. If you use a decent battery like the 2700, that again is a little bit more of a buffer to make sure that you don't injure yourself. Now you may be able to get an 18650 in it with some sort of adapter, but I haven't tried that, and to be fair I wouldn't advise that you do. In all my squonks I use the 2700. For this, it is a good bit of kit. Now a lot of that is probably due to the profile RDA on top, but the mod itself is very well built. The buttons feel really nice. The screen is really nice. The build quality is really nice. The access hatch, simple to get into, which is, if you got bad hands like myself, is like a no-brainer really. And as you hear, clonks back together really good. So it's a really solidly built, really good value for money mod in my eyes. For that, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I would give it a 10, but to be fair, I don't like the colour, and that's the only reason. Like I said, these reviews are my personal preference, but I bought it second hand, so I'm sure there is many other colours in the range which you could buy to suit yourself. It has grown on me since I got it. I first got it and I didn't like it at all. But I think that was my own misgivings on the product. Like I say, the profile RDA takes a little bit of learning to get to work properly, but as soon as I did, made me adore this mod. Now I do quite a few reviews on my channel now. I'm going to do some build videos as well on how to build and wick your RDAs, your tanks, etc. Yeah, so if you want to see more, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Yeah, there's not a lot more I can say. We'll give you one more quick look. Ooh, shiny. Lovely jubbly. So until next time, cheers.